Hi everyone, Chef Anthony here at Dawn's Appliances. Today I'm going to talk to you about some proper food storage for your vegetables and your fruits. I'm on the JennAir French door. I'm going to open this one up and we're going to talk about some great things. So first and foremost, just turn this down, but 38 to like 39 and 37 is kind of the recommended for fresh foods in the fridge. -1 to 1 is kind of the temp for the freezer. You really want to make sure your fridge is at the proper temp. That's first key of the thing here. So the next is, let's talk about the humidity control and what it does. Everybody sees them. They've been around in refrigeration for years, but humidity control really goes from low to high and kind of shows you, really that little venting is really going to help you with all your fruits and vegetables. So from low to high, for higher moisture items need higher. So, and for lower moisture items need lower. When I say higher, I mean like strawberries, avocados, thin skinned fruit, lemons and apples, things like that all live together because they're high in moisture content, especially like leafy greens like lettuce and things like that as well. They'll wilt in a lower humidity. So that has to be on high. Items that we say are lower humidity are kind of like our vegetables, like our broccolis and our cauliflowers and our mushrooms. That's where mushrooms will live as well. Sometimes people want to put mushrooms next to strawberries and things like that. They don't correlate together. The ethylene gases that release from the strawberries or the lemons and things like that can actually bruise the mushrooms, the cauliflower, make it spot and really make it ripen a lot faster. So in this video, really, it's really talk about where you put it, but it's really going to help you preserve what you buy and enjoy it longer, okay? So first drawer on my right, and it's lined up fruits and vegetables. So we open this one up, and you can see I have strawberries in there, I have leafy head of lettuce, I have some lemons, and I have some apples. Really where we want to be, I mean, everybody kind of keeps it in low, but this is a really great, picture to show you that's high. So that's really going to be like right there. So that's kind of where we want in the humidity control. We want it on high. And what's going to happen is when I close this door, it's really going to damper it back and allow the proper airflow in here, okay? So think about this and get the great visual. These are fruits and lettuces that really play well together, okay? So you're gonna see the most longevity out of this. Lemons, stone fruits like pears and apples and things like that. These are all gonna live on high, okay? When we close this drawer, open this drawer up, this is going to go towards low. This is our broccoli, this is our cauliflower, this is all of that fun stuff like that. So think about that. And big picture on the cauliflower, I take it out of the bag because, any of these things that you buy in a bag, like lettuce, cauliflower, things of that sort, we have to take it out of the bag because it will actually, emit gases in there. It needs to breathe, needs that airflow. That's the whole reason why we use these humidity controls. So think about that. Take it out of the packaging that it's in, and it can lay in the drawers, or you can put paper on the drawers. And paper towel is key. So look at this. So really, this is the ideal for fresh herbs, basil, parsley, any of that stuff like this. We just really use a damp cloth and wrap it up in paper towel or parchment or something like that. But it needs to breathe, and we don't want too much water. If you soak it in water, it's going to retain so much moisture that it's going to crystallize and maybe even freeze. So you don't want freezer burn on your fresh vegetables, okay? Speaking of that one, look at our asparagus right there. It's in a nice bowl of about a ½ inch of water. So that is ideal. So if the bottom tips really receive that water, that moisture is going to go through it, and we're going to see the longest longevity. So broccoli, I have broccoli in the drawer, but broccoli can also sit in the corner of your fridge. Broccoli needs really cool temperature and low light. So when the fridge is closed, you're really not gonna get that light. The best tip though for the broccoli is whenever you purchase it, after you take it home, take it out of the container, things like that, but you wanna just cut the tip of this so it's nice and fresh. So you see this right here, that's nice and fresh. So it doesn't have that browning on it, because that browning that, whenever it was harvested, it's cut, that will actually rot a lot faster. This will let it breathe a little bit more in your refrigerator, let out those gases, whereas, it's already sealed if you have it cut. So think about that. This can be wrapped in paper as well. That can sit there very nicely. But this is kind of the ideal setup for your fruits and vegetables, really to get the longest longevity and enjoy it the most. So if anything, let's remember these do's and don'ts. When I talk about a don't, is onions. Where do you see my onion? There's no onion in there. because it's in the pantry, right? A whole onion is not going in the refrigerator. Due to the moisture content and how it's made up, that refrigerator is really too cold for an onion or a potato or things like that. They should be stored in the pantry and things like that. But this onion here, if it's cut or diced or sliced, has to be stored in the refrigerator. So if you prepare this onion anyway, or even if you use half of it, you know, I would actually put it in the refrigerator. But this is a no-go. This is a big X. No onion next to your strawberries, next to your lemons, next to your apples. This will omit the flavors and cross-transfer the flavors. So if your apples ever smell like onions or your lemons ever taste like onion, things like that, you didn't use an onion knife, you know, you had it stored too close to your onion. So take the whole onion out of the fridge. If you prep it, I always say if you prep an onion, you have it sliced or diced, put it in an airtight container or a Ziploc bag, you know, store it on the shelf. I wouldn't store it anywhere near fresh produce, okay? Things like that. So huge no on this one. Don't cross your strawberries with your broccoli. You know, that's really the kind of key to this. Whole video. So hope you enjoyed this. Hope you get longer longevity out of your produce and your fruits and vegetables. Thank you so much.